Well, peeps, that fair king goblin has only gone and surrendered to the EU again. The cheese-eating surrender monkey that he is. He's too busy thinking about Todgers to be looking after us. He's abroad all the time and he's giving it away just like that. Everything we've won 2016 is going. If people can't see it, you want a head examination. Ever since that vote happened in 2016, the civil service got this plan involved to get him in there and remove everything that we got. It's a fact. If you don't know and you're not a farmer, as a farmer, we get a lot of this bull spread about how the prices aren't very good. Prices of stock are the best they have ever been. Consistent throughout the years for the last 2 or 3 years. They are consistently high. And this nonsense that you hear on the radio, on the BBC, is just full. It's bull, to be honest with you. They're a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. But the good thing is going to come from this, us people who've been watching this, don't you carry on doing this sort of stuff. What's going to happen is exactly like happened in America. The only thing this is going to do is going to push everybody to vote for another party, and we know that's going to be. They carry on like as if they're in their little bubble. They don't understand what's happening in the UK. They just don't understand it because they're only in their little bubble. They don't see what's happening. We watch them. We see it all. Moderate people can see that this is a stitch-up, and they're destroying the fishing industry. Basically, they're just pushing away the fishing industry as if it's nothing. The exports from UK farming to the EU have been just good as anything. That's why stock prices are so high. This is all about immigration. The EU Migration Pact, this is what this is all about. The EU Migration Pact came into effect this year, and they are in it now. That's what it's all about. The same as Ireland, we are back in the EU, the Migration Pact. And that is a fact. And they can deny it all they want. That cheese-eating surrender monkey is gone back in there on the worst of us. And we're going to be accepting millions of people again from that side. As I showed you in the video last week, how immigration from other countries has skyrocketed and the EU has dropped to nothing. Now that's going to skyrocket as well. What a lily-livered, untrustworthy bar squid. That's all I can say. What a bar squid. I don't think I've ever seen such an untrustworthy politician in my life. I've never seen such an untrustworthy person in my life. They're destroying the faith that anybody had in any politician. Up until this last decade, I would never have believed it if somebody told me. It takes a referendum to get out of the EU, and then it just takes a decision to go back in. How does that work, eh? Ignoring all the people that voted. Makes me pretty sad, I have to say. And to think they're just throwing the fishermen under the bus. So what's going to happen now, if you don't know, French and all them other countries are going to come into the UK waters, fish our stocks, take it back to France and sell it back to us as French fish. That's what's going to happen. Same with energy. They're selling us oil. And we're buying energy. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Then we got an EU army that, remember, years ago it didn't exist during the referendum. Now that's all full flow now. We've got a guy in the UK, basically, working for other countries, not for our own country. They don't want our population anymore. It's a disgrace, absolute disgrace. The feckin' gobbler. Sausage gobbler. The feckin' sausage gobbler, that's what he is. Absolutely bent as a 9-bob note. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. And have you noticed they're trying to push the very thing that you don't think off the news now? That little vid I put up yesterday, where he's probably been gobbling sausage on the quiet, him and his mate. And that seems to have gone off the radar a bit now, doesn't it? And also, the terrorist acts have been happening the last couple of weeks, and we've seen going through court. All them people have came in on boats illegally or on lorries illegally from Iran. Thousands upon thousands of these feckers have come in illegally, and they just let them loose. And they're talking about all this crap about having a dad's army to look after things. There's no point. You're letting them all in. You're letting all these absolute nutcases into our country on boats and on the back of lorries, and then they're just doing what they want. The fecking gobbler. Starmer, the farmer harmer. They've got something on him for sure, haven't they? 100% the establishment have got something on him. That's why they're keeping him in there and nothing's being mentioned. They have got plenty about him somewhere in the back door. There was rumours going around a while back that he was in some kind of a, what do they call it? Like a wife swapping thing in a part of London. I saw some video talking about it a while back. It's all allegedly, of course. But there was this rumour that they were going, there's a group of them who were in some kind of a wife swapping thing in the upper echelons in London. And everybody knows about it. The press knew about it, everybody knew about it. That's why they won't bring it all up, because lots of people, the Champagne Socialists, are in it, because it isn't illegal, is it, to do that sort of thing. But there's a lot going on there. But they've got more on that guy for sure. The gobbler. Absolute gobbler. Sausage gobbler. Absolute disgrace. It's enough to make you never ever want to vote for a normal party ever again. Disgrace. Absolute disgrace. But there we are. What can you expect from the people like that? See, that's the trouble with lawyers. They haven't got no loyalty. They move on from one case to another and they just believe what they're told, because they believe a person that tells them a load of lies, and then they just spout that off. They haven't got any loyalty to anybody, and that's how he's running his government. So the good thing is, hopefully lots of people have switched to reform now, because they've seen that if you voted for Brexit and you vote for any of them other parties, you want to head an examination. And hopefully people from normal life can see now this is just an abomination of democracy in the UK. So there we are. It's Gaza from Wales. I'm not down, because I'm always a positive person. I always like to put this news out so you can see it all. But a bit disheartened, really, when you think you had to have a referendum to leave the EU, and basically they've just overturned it without any votes at all. All the best, Gaz.